Hi, how are you today? Welcome to Give Voice to Your Vision. I am here on the fly a little bit. We got a lot going on over here at the Inspired Voice Business and Performance Coaching, but today I'm showing up for you and I'm going to share a little bit about what's going on, but also these tips and tools on my strategies around mastering your message. Okay, so today we're going to talk about what are the words we're looking for anyway? Where do we find those words? And then what are the words? Where do we find the words? And how to use those words to break through the noise online. Yeah, so I'm going to jump right into the training today. I'll tell you right up front that I'm going to share some exciting news. I've mentioned I think I've mentioned it at least once here before, but I am in the frying pan, the crucible of transformation, even as we speak. And I'll tell you a little bit about what's going on with me in that. And just to let you know that I'm showing up here on the fly, totally spontaneously, to give value to you and deliver, as promised, our Thursday Give Voice to Your Vision. So what are we talking about? Messaging, right? What are the words we're looking for anyway? Where do we find those words? How do we use those words to break through the noise online and deeply resonate with the people we want to work with and impact and help to have the transformation that we bring? Yeah. So I didn't promote our live today. I didn't get my event shared and everything. So if you're coming to the replay, please go ahead and comment and post your questions. And I will be sure and check in and get back with you, because I always want to be sure that you are being served and I'm providing lots of value for you today. Okay, so what are the words we're looking for when it comes to our messaging? So our messaging is our marketing, but it's also our mission, our purpose, our calling. And how do we, hey, Bryn, yay. And how do we find those words and use them? Yeah. So when I'm talking about messaging, I'm talking about the language that you're using in your marketing. Remember, in my world, the marketing that you're creating is teaching, adding value, giving real results for your potential clients. Serving. In our world, selling is serving, and your marketing is going to have the biggest impact in the world of anything you do. More people will see your marketing than will ever actually work with you. Yeah? So that's how we're talking about messaging. Your message is how you take your purpose, your calling, your big idea, and share it with the world in a way that they get it, and that they act on it, and that they come to work with you and get the transformation you provide, okay? So the words we're looking for are results words, okay? We're looking for the results that our potential clients are looking for. We're looking for the language of results. What do they say they're looking for? Okay, and this is where one of my first business coaches and mentors, Christian Michelson, always talks about, putting the medicine in the meat. Like when you're giving a dog medicine, you put the medicine in the meat. So what you do, your gift, what you're here to bring through, may be the medicine. It may be your process, and that's not necessarily what people are looking for, but the results that process gets them is what they are looking for. So we are looking for the way the clients, the results that our clients are looking for, and the language that they're using. And then we know how how your expertise fits into that and can potentially provide them with support to get that result. Does that make sense? Yeah. And so when we're casting in, I'm going to talk about how we do this in a minute. Hey, Kat, so good to see you. How are you? Blessings to you. We're going to talk about the language of our client. We're talking about the language of our clients, and so when you're collecting that, which is what we'll talk about next, you want to think in terms of like, what are their desires, and this is coming from. So I'm sharing all my mentors with you. I shared Christian's medicine in the meat, put the medicine in the meat. And this is the way Adam, I've read this many different ways, but and studied this and practiced it myself. But I like the languaging that I recently reviewed from my friend Adam Urbanski's manual, and he talks about knowing their desires, your clients' desires, your potential clients' desires, or their fears, right? We're looking for how they describe their desires. What do they want? What are they afraid of? Where are their insecurities? What do they fear not getting, FOMO, fear of missing out on? And also, then what are their passions? And this is one of the things you'll hear me talking a lot about, because I think sometimes we forget to connect to our passions and can feel like our passions are too big or too far away. And actually those passions will help you to really stay the course and also lead to your fulfillment. That little nagging secret, that still small voice that won't let you rest, is your mission, and listening to it and honoring it is important. So I'm love to ask you what you're passionate about, and if you could create anything in the world, what would it be? So we're looking for the language of our clients is their desires, their fears, and their passions. Yeah, what are they passionate about? What do they really hate or really love? It doesn't have to necessarily be their passion and their longing. It can be like, what are their strong opinions? Okay, so we can use those to help them understand how we can serve. Okay, how we can serve. So there's a difference between manipulation and influence, and it's really in the intention, right? So when we're we're not trying to trick them into working with us or buying with us. We are influencing them in a way because our intention is to serve. Yeah, our intention is to serve. All right, so the language of our clients is their desires and their fears and their passions. What are they strongly for or against? Okay, and then where do we find those words? Well, guess what? I find those words here from you guys all the time. And we start with asking them, Ellen Diamond made it to my live. Yay, welcome. Mwah, mwah, mwah. We must connect again soon in person, voice to voice. Yes, where to find, so I got so distracted. I'm so happy. I love it when folks are here. Yeah. So we're starting with, what are the words we're looking for anyway? We're talking about messaging, and our message is our big service to the world, because more people are going to see and hear our messaging and our marketing than ever will be able to work with us. And so all of your messaging and your marketing is designed to serve bigger, serve more, get your work out there in the biggest possible way. Yeah. And the words that we're looking for, what are the words we're looking for? We're looking for the results that our clients or potential clients are looking for. Okay. We're looking for the results, and then we're looking for the language that they use to talk about it. Okay, if I can tend, sometimes I'll slip into words that have meaning to people who have been working with me, and they know my system and they know my processes and they know my lingo. But when people don't know that yet, it's jargony and they may disconnect. So we want to find out how they're talking about it. Yeah, and really find that connection and alignment between what it is that we're here to bring through and what it is that they're looking for. Okay, and then so we have, that's what are the words we're looking for. I just recapped that for you, right? And then where do we find the words? Well, first of all, we ask them. First of all, second of all, third of all, we ask them. So how do we ask? Well, social media is a really powerful place to ask and engage people with to find out what they're looking for. But then there's also this really just like grassroots market research where we can, get on the phone with people. We ask current clients what it was like, why did they come to us, what were the benefits they got, what were they looking for. We really do emails and surveys, and you can do Facebook posts in your groups. I create polls here often to see, what are you guys looking for? How can I support you, right? What do you want to talk about on Thursday? Yeah. So we really ask them. And then another way that you can do your market research is to search on Google for the language that you're looking at. And that's going to lead me to, I'm going to jump through the content, but that's one of the things that I'm going to share with you today. That one of the tools that I've been using in this project that I've been working on that is big and vulnerable. Okay, so research, you can do a keyword search on Google, on YouTube, in Amazon. You can look at what books have been written on your topic and see what people are searching for. So one of the things that I often help people do is I help people with their online visibility. I also help people give voice to their vision, find the words to express who they are, how they serve, and what they bring, right? The results their clients get. So I'm often using words like visibility, visibility strategy, online visibility, online presence. I love the word presence. The core of the most spiritual, juicy, life-changing, business-changing transformation part of what I bring is that connection to spirit and your intuition and trusting and healing and clearing your blocks and fears around being seen and heard. And I love that part. So presence, the name of this group is Power Up Your Presence. I use that word all the time. And I was looking because I am writing my first ebook. And so in naming it and thinking about how to position that content, that's one of the tools that I use. And I did a lot of searching. And when you search in YouTube, for example, visibility strategy, the hits and the people that are looking for that are not huge. Sylvia, thank you for the hearts. And when I searched online presence, I saw that there were a lot more hits on videos about that. I also discovered that what many people are talking about in their online presence videos and articles is not the piece that I'm talking about. So I can use that title, but I can also still deliver the fresh content and my ideas and strategies that I'm delivering in my new book, which is coming out really soon, you guys. I'm so nervous. I'm not nervous. I'm thrilled, and it's big. It just feels big. I'm stretching. I'm expanding. Yeah. Sylvia Chavez, I love you too. Mwah. So, okay. What are the words we're looking for? We're looking for the results that our clients are looking for, right? What are they looking for? And we're looking for the language that they're using to talk about their desires and their fears and their passions. What are they for or against? Yeah. And we're finding those words by asking them, hey, would you get on a quick market research call with me? All of that asking can also be positioning a potential offer if you're creating a program. Yeah. So we're asking them, and where do we find those words? We're asking. We do emails, surveys, social media. We research. We can research just searching keywords and see what people are looking for. And then we can use those words through our own lens, yeah? And so then how do we use those words to break through the noise and resonate and connect, right? How do we use those words? So what I want to talk with you about, I'm letting myself just look at my notes today, I'm calling them the 5 ease. So we want ease in our business. We want alignment. We want the outreach and the marketing and the connecting we're doing to feel just like an extension of the work we do in the world, right? And I didn't know how possible and doable that was or what that would be like until I had it. So I would love to be a beacon for you of the possibility. This is coming from like never wanting to market or sell, or really healing a ton of vulnerability around insecurity, around stepping up and inviting people to work with me and setting my rates and values. I've had a big journey with that, and I'm putting a lot of that into the book to inspire you. But finding alignment, trusting and owning and valuing my innate worth just as a human, but then also the results that my clients can get, and finding ease in that is what makes it sustainable. It's what makes it connect and convert. It's what turns followers and fans into clients, when the marketing and the messaging you're doing is just an extension of how you serve. It's an extension of your mission, your work, the what you feel called to, the big gift that you're bringing through in this journey. Yeah. So that's what we're going for. And the 5 E's are my fun way of helping you to know how to get there. Okay. What are the tools? What are the strategies you can use to get to that place where your marketing and your messaging feels like an extension of the gift that you're here to bring, the service that you provide. So there's not a separation. Okay. I love my work, but I hate talking about my work, right? I love to just do my work, but I really wish I didn't have to market my work. That we're building that bridge with the 5 E's. Ready? Okay, the 5 E's. Eliminate. Eliminate fear and self-doubt. Okay, that's a tall order, but it can be done. And I didn't know for sure it could be done until I started to feel that shift and to feel it lift and experience without it, what it's like to be without it. And so on the way to eliminating fear and self-doubt, we are having tools to master our psychology around the fear and self-doubt, acknowledging that it's there, and then working diligent, a lot of it isn't hard work. A lot of times we need to stop working so hard, but there are a variety of ways that you can heal and eliminate that fear and self-doubt, or at least know that that's one of the things that's stopping you. I'm definitely having some, it doesn't feel as extreme as fear and self-doubt, but it feels vulnerable. I feel vulnerable as I create and put some new work out into the world. Yeah. The second E, embrace marketing as a continuation of your work in the world. When you can articulate what you do in a way that clients resonate with you, potential clients hire you, then you are going to be able to make a bigger difference, and you're going to make more money, and you're going to feel more fulfilled doing it. You're going to feel that connection. And the most, the embracing marketing started for me with the idea that selling is serving, because I have seen it hands down, no question, that people make an energetic investment. I just read something that was shared with me by a friend, Harsimran, she's in this group, I think. Was another woman who posted on Instagram about this. Instead of a price tag, you can think of an appreciation tag. Like the amount that people decide and choose to invest with you, they're investing in themselves with you, is directly connected to the results that they will get. So it took a long time for that to sink in, but I've seen it happen again and again. And I've gone through a lot of processes where I make special arrangements or offer scholarships over 25 years of 2 teaching studios in New York and here in Portland, Oregon as well. And I have seen that the people who make the investment get much deeper, faster, and more powerful results. Okay. So embracing marketing as an extension of your message. And then we want to engage our audience. And that's a lot of what I talk about and teach in my Visibility Success Academy. I've been studying with masters of social engagement, and I do believe that if we are ready to step up and be the leaders that we are and play as big as we can and make the biggest impact in the world, we are going to be working online. That is just hands down the way that we can make the greatest impact in the whole world rather than just our local world. And so engaging, we have all of these amazing platforms on social media to do it. And then there's a way to be aligned and be focused on service and to be not spending all day on social media and getting results, getting clients and reaching people. So we want to engage that audience, thinking of providing value to them and being playful and having your personality and presence, your voice, your face coming through, and bringing them the value and the solutions that they're looking for, right? Which gets us back to doing that research and asking, talking to them. Okay, so we've got eliminate fear and self-doubt, engage your audience, and embrace your marketing, engage your audience, and then the fourth E is to embody your message. Okay, that can feel like something we want to do before we share it. And the truth is that the way you will embody your message is to start sharing it, taking those risks, hopping in, making the videos, writing the blogs, writing the books, going live on Facebook, if you will. If not, then getting the support you need in order to investigate that tool. But embodying your message so that talking about what you do is just an extension of doing what you do. Yeah, and that's what I love to help people get to, but it's not something that you get all perfect and wrapped up in your bow. You don't go off into a room and make your perfect signature speech and your signature talk and then just go out and do it and it's great and you make a bunch of sales. It's a process. We learn as we go, and we need to, the transformation around being seen and heard and being visible and having our marketing really land happens in action. There's only so much we can do spiritually, clearing and healing, strategy-wise. Not everybody's strategy is going to work for everybody. And, so getting to where we embody our message happens in action. Okay. It happens by putting it out there and getting the support you need in order to do it. And then you can tweak and see what the results are and keep evolving, right? It can always be improved. Yeah. And then the last E of the 5 E's is to empower your sales. And that can be overwhelming. A lot of people really hate the idea of selling or feel like it's sleazy when they start to sell, or they'll provide a ton of value and build and be online and contribute and then never make an invitation. So the best way, the first step to empowering your sales is to really keep your eye on the prize and have all of your engagement and your marketing be leading to an invitation, and be rigorous with yourself about whether or not you're making those invitations and inviting people to hire you and work with you. Okay? So that is the marketing messaging, mastering your messaging mojo that I wanted to bring to you today. And I also did want to share that I almost didn't come because I'm really busy getting a whole bunch of stuff ready and finishing a book and an amazing workbook that goes with it, and a quiz that people can take, and it's a lot of different moving parts. And I realized that as I'm going through these each step along the way, and it's, I've done a lot of launches and I've done email campaigns and enrolled programs. I've been doing it for years now, and it's always a little stressful. But what I realized this morning while I was on my walk is that each little step is supercharged right now because it feels vulnerable. I was minimizing a little bit about how I was going to just, I'll write this book. It's stuff I've been teaching forever. I've been using a version of this quiz and a version of this workbook, and I've run the programs on this topic multiple times, and people got great results. And as I'm looking at, how do I get it ready to share, and thinking about things like having my mentors read it, or having the people that I think know more or that I've learned from, it feels so vulnerable. And I thought I would share that because I've said here today, I think the transformation for me has always come in the action. And being seen and heard and valuing my perspective and the gifts, I see the results my clients get. And again and again and again. And that has been what has emboldened me, helped me to be encouraged, have heart to share my work. And that's a tool that I always offer to you, to use your commitment to serving. If there's one person who hasn't recognized these tools or doesn't have them yet, that I have, and I can bring them through for that person, then I let my message and my mission and my work and my desire to support and help be more important, just a little bit more important than my fear or my vulnerability. And I wanted to share that I was feeling I'm not sleeping a lot. I've got a bunch of actions that I'm taking, and it feels just so big, and it can feel so big that there's so many moving parts that I don't know what to focus on. And I'm blessed that I have a team who's helping me, and a partner who's helping me to focus on the next thing. But I thought there would be power for me to share with you that I'm feeling a little squirrely and a little vulnerable. And what if people judge me? And what if people say that's dumb or they don't agree? And all of those what ifs. And that I am practicing what I preach, and I'm going to put it out there anyway. I'm going to be super kind and to myself and courageous. And I'm also letting it be the first, instead of trying to make it all perfect before I put it out there, working with what I have learned in the theater as having the deadline. Opening night happens, right? And you get this, it gives you this wonderful target for your energy and your vision to kind of come through. And so I wanted to let you know that I was doing that, and I am feeling kind of vulnerable and using my notes and a little bit distracted, but I showed up here anyway because I walk the walk, and I want to inspire you to know that you don't have to have it all figured out, and you don't have to have everything tied up in a perfect little bow, and you don't have to check it 45 times and then check it again and have these 10 people check it. And, I have a wonderful team. I have an amazing, brilliant friend and colleague who's helping me to edit it. And I'm also just going to let it be a stepping stone. Okay? So if whatever it is that you want to create or do, I'm encouraging you to remember that you can, in terms of mastering your messaging, it happens as you go. It's not something you get all figured out and then you do. Whether it's the enrollment conversation, whether it's creating a product or a program, whether it's creating your signature talk or a webinar to teach something and sell something, the transformation, the confidence, the clarity around what works and what doesn't work happens when you do it. When you do it. That's why I've often shared about my visibility strategy map, and that's my kind of 30 to 45 day framework. And as you get that framework going, to find your own framework, it's a strategy to find your own strategy, because we need to have alignment. We need to know what works for us. And when you get that going, it starts to become easy. Those 5 E's come into place, and you can simply grow and take the real results that you're getting, tweak and upgrade and improve and evolve. Your message is going to evolve. Your offerings are going to evolve. The market is going to evolve. So really putting it out there is where the transformation and the magic is. All right, guys, if anyone have any comments, of those of you who are here live, or if you're coming back to watch the replay, I would love to know what's valuable for you here. And to let you know that I will be here on Thursdays with other content. And if you are looking for support around a specific thing, I'd love for you to post it here in the group and tag me or message me. And for those of you just joining the group, I do read the questions that I ask you to fill out, and love to create content. We do have 5 or 10 people who have just joined the group who have said, they want to really get their messaging, and how can they talk about their work in a way that gets clients. So that's why I created this content for you today. And I love you. Now, go out there and use your words, find your words, get curious, be playful, and speak them, and then see what happens, and then hone and craft and speak them again. Yeah, love to you. Mwah. I will see you next week. I'm enjoying the summer off to the beach with the fam. I hope you are enjoying the summer as well. And whatever you dream you can do, begin it. To quote my favorite Goethe quote, boldness has genius, power, and magic in it. Begin it now.